Well, hello everybody. Today I just wanted to go over the Project M solar panel install. So I ordered a 200 watt Renogy rigid solar panel, and I took some 1x1 angle aluminum and the Renogy mounting feet for the solar panel and mounted everything to those. And then on the four-wheel camper, it came with the Yakima mounting tracks. So I ended up mounting the angle to the Yakima brackets. I did have to use the reverse polarity fitting that came with the solar cable and a 90 to get the profile down lower to the top of the camper. It also has an airspace between the bottom of the solar panel and the top of the Project M, which gives it some airspace, which will help keep it cool. So four-wheel camper pre-wired this topper with the cables from the roof, and then I ended up splicing some MC4 connectors, which then I am using the Bluetti AC180 and going in through the input for the solar. Well, as you can tell, I'm using the DC to DC charger 1 on the F250 6.7 high output, and it's putting 500 watts. It's maxed out at 500 watts, but I think the Bluetti has a way to control that to 500 watts. So we're at 71%. I'm gonna let it run for about 5 minutes and see what it does. And there's the new H-CALORY TOOLBOX Max. I've been trying it out here on the tailgate. It really does seem to work well. You don't hear the pump clicking after a minute or so, and you just have the fan noise. And of course, the higher you turn the temperature up, the harder the fan blows. But on something that would probably cool this Project M, I would imagine a 2 or a 3 would be the max you would ever need. I did order a window panel for this driver's side. It will go right in there. It just pops in there, and you hook your hose up to it, and then of course put the diesel heater down here somewhere or wherever you choose to do it. Once I get that hooked up, I'll put a video about that out. But anyway, we're just trying to see how the DC to DC charger's working, and the solar's working fine. We just don't have any sun today, so it's only getting 30-40 watts of solar. I'll put that here in the video in a second, but everything's working fine. The power that I'm using on the AC side is running the Dometic 45-liter fridge. And like I always say, I haven't made a plan yet on the inside. I did get the new lower thermo pack for the windows. I have the upper one. I really have that more for privacy than anything. All right, it's already up to 84%. And we haven't been but a minute or two. So that DC to DC charger, if it works well. I was using that on my Jeep, and my Jeep didn't have as many, the alternator wasn't as strong, I guess, or as high amperage, and it didn't put out as much as that. We're at 89%. So at 500 watts, it's putting in a lot of power. I think we were at 73 like 3 minutes ago. 90%. and this little AC 180 Blue Eddy, it won't power everything, but it'll power most things you need when you're camping. I'm hoping that the solar panel that I put on will actually keep this battery topped off enough to keep the fridge running for a few days if there's no sun. I normally get about 2 days of runtime out of the fridge while I'm camping, opening and closing a lot during the summer months when it's 100% charged. So I'm thinking that the solar will definitely keep it charged enough to keep it running, because right now it's not pulling any AC out of the Blue Eddy because the refrigerator is cooled down where it needs to be, and we're already at 97% at 4.5 minutes. 98%. We'll cut this DC charger off, take the load off. I got a little breaker up here. DC charger's off, there's no input. We can unplug that. I'm gonna put the solar in now just to see what we're drawing off of no sun. Now we have the 200 watt Renogy solar panel plugged in, and as you can see, there is no sun out here today, and it's still getting 26 watts, 27. So yes, on a day that there's no sun, the Charger 1 would be the answer if you need charging. Now the refrigerator is pulling, what, 53 watts? The fridge runs about 52, 53 watts. But it only runs for a few seconds or a few minutes, and then it cuts off and starts over. And this thing right here, you know, I had looked at the oil-off Bros, and for the cost to get a diesel heater that didn't have that fuel pump ticking noise, you know, that was $500 almost, and this one was like $250, $259, and you do have the pump for about, like I say, a minute while it's starting up. Then the pump goes away, that ticking sound goes away, and it's just fan noise coming out of the blower there. But you know, imagine if you put a longer hose on that and stretch it out, and the thing's outside, it'll probably lessen the noise on that. So I'll keep you updated, and thanks for watching.